This is Eva Gregory, and I'm chatting today with conscious business coach Dr. Lisa Van Allen, who blends passion and purpose with profit. Lisa is also host of the Boundless Riches and Prescription for Business Success radio shows. I wanted to catch up with Lisa to talk about the successes she's had since putting the strategy she's learned in the Six Figures program to work in her business. So welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
Lisa, when did you become aware the Six Figures program was going to work for you?
I knew I needed something for several months before I heard about the Six Figures program. I'd been moving away from fee-for-service model that I used to use as a psychologist in private practice, and I wanted to move towards something where I wasn't just being compensated for my time. That's the kiss of death for coaches.
Oh, yes.
But I was missing pieces of the puzzle. I couldn't quite figure out how to make it work. And I listened to you describe the program on a call and knew immediately that Six Figures was just what I needed to fill in those gaps.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your practice was like before participating in the Six Figures program?
I kind of had mistakenly modeled my coaching practice after the kind of business model I use in clinical work, and I didn't know any better. You just don't get training on how to design your business, usually in coach training or in therapy training either, for that matter. But I knew that I needed something more. I was just being paid on an hourly rate, working primarily with single clients, not a lot of group work. I wanted to do more speaking. There were a lot of things I wanted to do. I was on the web constantly reading everything I could about sales, marketing, all that kind of stuff. I was frustrated. I knew I had gotten to a certain point. I was kind of eking out a living. I'd been in practice full-time as a coach for a little over a year. I knew that to get to the next level and kind of break through that ceiling, I needed something more, and that's where Six Figures came in.
And so what were the exact results you saw?
I will never forget my first one-on-one coaching call with you after I started the program. It was really a wake-up. I knew that I was underpriced, not charging nearly enough for my one-on-one coaching sessions. I had promised myself to raise my rate for my birthday. I turned 50 last year, and I thought that'd be a great birthday present, and I didn't do it. I didn't have the nerve or what. I chickened out. And you coached me on determining my value and the worth of what I offer my clients and gave me a number of steps to follow. And as soon as I did that, the light bulb went on. And immediately I raised my rates without even batting an eye. And since that time, I've raised them 2 more times.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much making 2 to 3 times what I was making when I first started.
Awesome. I love it when you get your value. That is for sure. What would you say the long-term implications of the work in the program will be for you?
Well, besides accurately pricing my services, you helped me discover processes and put systems into place that expanded my mailing list and helped me figure out how to offer them a variety of services at different price points. I kind of knew that was the right thing to do, but I didn't know how to put it into place. I wasn't sure what kind of services would work with the kind of coaching that I do. You touched on sales and marketing techniques, how to create joint ventures with other coaches and authors. We talked about social media strategy, which I was doing some social media but did not have an effective strategy using lots of different kinds of social media for my business. These systems are a direct result of the program, and I believe will generate the income that I want to fulfill my dreams.
Well, you know, there's something else about the social media, which is that you got in there and you really familiarized yourself with it to the point that people are now looking to you for understanding of social networking.
Yeah, I've got a social media strategy group now. I call it Social Media Blueprint for Business. And, in fact, today I was at a networking group meeting, and everybody was just raving about it. So there's a demand now for another class next month. And I'm going to raise the rate because I started way too low like I normally do. But, yeah, I was on Twitter. That's how I met you, was on Twitter.
Right.
But I was avoiding Facebook because I thought it was trivial. And I was on LinkedIn, but that wasn't a good forum for what I do. And you kind of pushed me. And not only did I do Facebook, but I launched a group and have several events posted there all the time, and now have a fan page with, over 100 fans. And I just started the fan page a couple days ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
If you had a chance to speak to someone considering joining the Six Figures program, what would you say?
I've already talked to other coaches. I'm the vice president of our ICF chapter here, and I've told several of them, and I kind of coach or mentor some other what I call baby coaches by phone. I've told all of them about it. In addition to the instruction, your support and encouragement and positive attitude kept me going. There were times where, it was rough. We had economic issues here locally. We had a major flood, and there were a lot of things that made me feel like this is just hard. And yet we'd get on the call and check in, and I would find out I'm not the only one. And that was huge. We created a partnership, a friendship, and a collaboration with the people in the group. I have friends and joint venture partners for life. I highly recommend the Six Figures program to any coach who has big dreams for their life and their business.
I really appreciate you coming on and sharing some of the things that you've done and the successes you've had.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the work that you did and the contribution you've made to my life.
And for those of you who want to learn more about Lisa, visit her website at vanallencoaching.com. If you'd like to find out more about the Six Figures Business Builder for coaches, see if you qualify for a strategy session with me, visit sixfigurebizbuilder.com, and 6 is spelled out. Thanks again, Lisa. I really appreciate you taking the time today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.